In this video, I'm gonna kind of look back at 2019 because 2019 was an amazing year. And there were two major lessons that I learned this year. And honestly, they have changed my life. Good afternoon, guys. All right, it is Christmas Eve right now. It is 5 o'clock on Christmas Eve and I'm recording this video for you guys. I have a party in about an hour and a half that I have to be at. So I'm gonna make this kind of really like an open discussion, like me just talking. I want it to be as real and as genuine as possible for you guys. In this video, I'm gonna kind of look back at 2019 because 2019 was an amazing year. And there were two major lessons that I learned this year. And honestly, they have changed my life. So I wanna get into it a little bit and I wanna tell you guys some little bit of story, give you a little bit of plot of my life before 2019, because the only way to tell you 2019 is to tell you a little bit before. Now, go back, backtrack to June of 2018. If you remember, I was a tutor, then the tutoring job turned into my job here where I worked as an assistant, and I worked as an assistant for 3 years. And in June of 2018, I decided to quit working as an assistant and kind of try to do my own thing. Now, as you know, I did end up working for a team afterwards, and I recently just stopped working for the team, and now I'm officially by myself. But I'll kind of get into that later on. In June of 2018, I quit as the assistant. And a week after quitting as the assistant, me and my girlfriend at the time, we were together for 4.5 years and we broke up. And that was in a week's span. 1 week span, I went from having a salary to no salary. I went from always having people around me to being completely on my own. In my own thoughts, in my own head, with business-wise and personally-wise. And that was something I had never experienced. So it was a time for me to finally be myself and learn who I am. And I thank God every single day that that happened, because that was the best thing that could have happened, especially happening back to back like that. You see, in the moment, it was really tough for me. It was really hard to have so much free time. But then I said, you know what? Let me just focus all my free time and all my energy into my business and what I'm doing. And that's when I went full force. Actually, I was already full force. That's when I went like 10x and just doubled down, like on open houses, on everything, on work, just work to get my mind off of it. And like I said, I'm so happy that it happened that way. I would not have it any other way. So that was in June of 2018. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it really played a huge role in my 2019. You see, 2019 was the first official full year where I was really on my own in my personal life, and technically speaking, I was on my own. Although I was working with a team, I was more independent. I was more of an agent. And this was the first year doing that. I call 2019 the BU year. Now, BU has two meanings to it. The first one is believe in yourself. You see, in June of 2018, if I didn't believe in myself, if I listened to what others were telling me, I would never have done it and I wouldn't be where I am today. So because I believed in myself and because I believed in my abilities, I was able to have the courage to take that leap of faith. And guess what? If you don't believe in yourself, then nobody is. And believing in yourself was also this year, when I decided to finally go on my own officially, not work as part of a team, but just start building my own team, start building my own name, my own brand in the community. That was a huge leap of faith too. People will try to bring you down. People will try to tell you otherwise. People will give them your opinions. But at the end of the day, you need to believe in yourself and what you're doing. You see, I believe in my vlog. I believe in the videos that I do. I believe in my unique ways of marketing. I believe in them. And if I don't believe in them, nobody will. Whatever it is you're going after, if you're trying to do a YouTube video, if you're trying to build a business, if you're trying to build a brand, believe in it. If you don't believe in it, you can't convince other people that it's going to work. You need to believe. And that was one of the major lessons I learned in 2019. The second meaning to be you is be yourself. Be yourself. This year I have been myself more than I have ever been. If you remember the last video at my high school, my teacher was saying that I'm weird. I used to sing, I used to do so many different things. I was always like that. I always wanted to be different. I always wanted to be weird and crazy. That was always just me. Ask any person in my middle school or my high school. I was crazy. I was all over the place. That's always just been in me. This year, I learned why hold it in, why be someone that I'm not. I've learned that when I'm myself and I'm dancing and I'm wearing these suits and I'm doing these things, people will appreciate me more and they respect me more. I saw this suit 2 years ago in Macy's, and I remember looking at it and I said, man, I would love to wear that for an open house. That'd be awesome. And I didn't get it because I was so scared. I was so scared of what other people would think of me. I was so scared that people would think I'm unprofessional or I'm too childish. Fear of judgment crippled me so much, so I didn't do it. But now, this year was the BU year, and it was the year where I was finally myself and I had no limits and no care as to what other people were thinking. So guess what? I got this suit. The suit that 2 years ago I would never have gotten. I got this suit and I wore it to a $5 million open house. And guess what? The first person that came in, guess what the first thing they said was? I love your suit. That is awesome. Stop trying to be something you're not. Society has these norms and these standards that they want you to go by. But if you just go by those norms and those standards, you're just gonna be like everybody else. Be different, be you. Me dancing, me singing, me, that's just who I am. I don't force it. Me coming with corny jokes, it's not me forcing those things, it's who I am. I'm a corny person, I come up with these weird jokes. You know, the way I asked my girlfriend in high school, that girlfriend that I had for so long, you know how I asked her out? I said, will you be the peanut butter to my jelly? And I put it on a big poster. Like, who says that? That's who I am. The way I asked her to prom was like the corniest thing ever. Dressed as Mr. Incredible, going into the, I'll save you. I was on CRTV Live. I drew in thicker eyebrows than I had and made a unibrow, and I went on public TV in front of my whole high school. I used to dance and do so many things in high school. I'm showing you these videos here probably, but I used to dance, you know, for homecoming and senior year of high school. I was on stage and I was just dancing in front of everybody. That's who I am. And I'm not gonna let society tell me to not be myself. This is who I am. And you can either respect it and appreciate it, or you can go watch someone else's videos, because I can care less. Because me being myself, I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. I never really understood when people said be you, you know, you hear it all the time, but you really don't understand until you're actually yourself, and then you start getting support from people. I get a lot of messages from you guys, like that I send a lot of positivity, that you love my positivity, that I'm, you know, some of you think I'm funny. The messages that I get and the support that I get, and just for me being me, is just, it's crazy. This is who I've always been. This year was a crazy year because, like I said, it was many ups and many downs. And I've learned a lot professionally and personally, but these two things were the things that I took from this year the most. This was the BU year. You know, I had a lot of people tell me that I was too young to get $1 million listings and sell $1 million homes. I had people tell me, like, why would anybody trust somebody who's never even bought a house before? And this year I proved that wrong. I sold 2 properties that were more than $2 million. I proved that the age is just a number, that it doesn't even matter. Make 2020 your BU year. And I really do challenge you to do that. Really think about, are you actually being yourself? Because some people say they are themselves. But are you letting the fear of judgment stop you from posting that thing you want to post? Stop you from doing the business you want to do? Stop you, like, do you think about what others would think? Is that something that runs through your head? Don't forget, we're giving away the Apple AirPods next Tuesday, December 31st. I'm gonna be announcing the winner. Write your goal down in the comment of my post on Instagram. I'll put the link to the post down below. Go comment there, a goal, and tag a friend that's gonna hold you accountable. Okay, putting it in writing and seeing it, it helps, okay? And then on top of that, make sure you're subscribed. Those 2 things are needed. I'm starving. It's 5:30. I have to edit the video now, and then I have to publish it on YouTube, and then I have my Noche Buena at 6:30, which is in an hour. So I got a lot to do in a small amount of time. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays. Enjoy this special time with your family, and I'll see you guys next week. Join me for the journey.
Jonathan Vega.
I just graduated! Woo! Huge announcement. So you guys love the fact that I jumped in my cap and gown in the ocean. So I figured, why don't we all do it together? We're gonna do it for a good cause. We're gonna do it to stand up to cancer. We just graduated!
This is Jonathan Vega, obviously. Jonathan Vega, Terry Vega, my son. And he is going to take it from here.
All right, so that property right there is my first commercial deal ever in my life.
Getting a new car.
Oh yeah,
It's a big moment.
yeah it is.
First car I get on my own.
Old, in with the new. So here we go.